cars just as active. The drivers, you can see the town just a little bit further away. Well, you could a moment ago. You have to take a taxi into town. Negotiations with the local taxi drivers can be long and serious. They're always happy with whatever they get, it seems, but they don't let you know that. Busy time though for BMW, of course for Nissan, as well as VW and Mitsubishi. Sven Kvont for BMW say the car's taken a big service yesterday. We just stripped down every single car to the smallest pieces, and now we're busy rebuilding them. Everything works fine, he says. What about Volkswagen? They're in the driving seat at the moment. They were 1, 2, 3 overall. Now just 1 and 2 with De Villiers and Sainz atop the rankings. And Chris Nissen just welcoming all kinds of special guests flown into Atar. It's a big airstrip. You can land just about anything here. And in came the VIPs. I don't know whether they're dealers or what. Dark glasses de rigueur, as he tells them exactly what's going down here. Clients always a vital part of any organisation. And VW, well, they can be certainly proud of the way they've been handling themselves. De Villiers number 301, take it to bits, just like in BMW. VW boys, the evolution, not revolution, has paid dividends.
The level of competition is really very high, and you don't find that you can take a lot of time on a day anymore. You know, it's a couple of minutes here and a couple of minutes there. So that's why it's important not to make mistakes. And I think the guy that makes, or the team that makes the least mistakes, are the team that's going to come out on top at the end.
And he should know, he's been here plenty of times before. What about Mitsubishi? Well, they've had a rough time so far, but they're on the march, and they reckon that the second half of this rally could well be theirs. We will see. Dominic Cerise says from tomorrow it'll be a problem of minutes, really. It'll be units of 10 or 15 minutes each stage, and even an hour or so with a navigation mistake. Technical problems, you can get stuck in the sand. So the following stages are going to decide the Dakar, all the upcoming surprises. Well, you can't guarantee anything. The results, well, everything can change right here, right now. Peter Hansel is leading the charge for Mitsubishi, currently in 3rd place overall, but he trails the leading Volkswagens at 24 minutes. Who knows? Can he do it again? Oh, we need difficult stages, hard navigation, dunes, camel grass. We want it to be as tough as possible out there. We need hard stages if we're going to make a difference here. I don't know if we'll succeed in closing the gap. Strategy is simple though, we just push hard. Pressure is off in a certain degree because we've got nothing to lose out there. Usually we're the ones under pressure, but today it's exactly the opposite. Well, let's not forget some of the privateers, and leading that band of hopefuls, Jean-Louis Schlesser won a stage, 2nd, don't forget, behind Robbie Gordon as well the day after. Just 17 seconds after an enormous stage, she says. Schlesser said, now what I want is to watch the others fighting ahead of us, and they can busy take piecing out of each other, and then that's going to allow us to overtake them. That's if Robbie Gordon doesn't get there first in the mighty Hummer. Now you're Scrutineering in Lisbon seems an awful long way away, does it not? Bowlers, all 23 of them, and a massive contingent of Desert Warriors as well. Paul Round and Martin Coulson are still in it, don't forget, from Rally Raid UK, running 4th amongst the Brits. Well, it was the mud and the water that caused havoc. That was Ari Vartanen's first problem, was water. The last one, of course, was fire. He'll be back. Absolute catastrophe, he says. It was as well. Luc Alfond was a little bit nervous. He was busy questioning the abilities of his co-driver. You sure we're on the right track? There's nobody here. Where are the crowds, he was saying. There's nobody around. Shut up, just drive. I'll do the navigation. And he was right. Jutta Kleinschmidt, well, she had a problem with fire. Thankfully, she put it out nice and tidily. Brake disc setting. Camel grass alight underneath there. Dust and a handy fire extinguisher. She needed Ari Voutland later on, though, didn't she, to drag her out. Oh, this was a big hit, hard hit. Stefan Enrad, his buggy, back end smashed to bits. And his co-driver, former Olympic swimmer, out there. Couldn't be drier, could it? Certainly in the desert. You have to find water where you can get it, and Peter Hansel needed it at this moment to dry out the clutch. He asked his co-driver whether he should throw it away. He said, absolutely not, we might need that later. Well, it was almost fun time in the dunes. It was fun to watch anyway. They were really tearing it up. De Villiers, best amongst them, but look at this. Talk about bump drafting in the desert. Robbie Gordon and his NASCAR days, he didn't care at all. He wanted a stage win and he got one. On board with Stefan Pederhansel here. Well, the terrain suiting the buggies, he said, what can we do? And it certainly suited Schlesser on this day. He may only have one entry this year, but is he making it count? Yes, he is. He's running in 6th place. He's 1 hour and 12 down. Fast stages will suit him. And look at this. Pushing too hard, shisher it. Maybe a lack of experience for BMW. Straight past the Mitsubishi, straight into trouble. Over and over and over it went, end on end. Done and dusted. He was okay, thank goodness. Well, all the big names were starting to have some trouble. Matsuoka was busy arguing with his crew, saying they were letting him down. He then went on to do well the following day. Seems that adrenaline was helping him. As for Volkswagen, they were flying, as Mitsubishi were getting bedded in. Sights on a sandbank here, helped out by a bunch of handy locals. Pleased to have their company. And with all this space in the desert, how on earth can cars get this close? Pederhansel and De Villiers. Pederhansel had got the wrong tyre pressure. He got stuck. De Villiers had got it just right, and he leads overall. De Villiers then in charge, but only by 1 minute and 39 over his teammate from Volkswagen, Carlos Sainz. Pederhansel nearest to him, Luke off on in 4th place. And there are the rest, with Schlesser still breathing down their neck, and a good performance by Atar in BMW, and of course Miller in the other VW Touareg.